Well, hello, dear prayer partners and friends. This is Pastor Wolfgang. Today I'm coming to you from the chapel here at WakeMed Cary Hospital in Cary, North Carolina. I'm here because my son Joseph is here. He's been hospitalized for the last week. He's doing much better, and it looks like he might be coming home either later today or tomorrow. So I want to start this by just thanking all of you who have been praying for us, who've been sending cards, who've been visiting, who've been dropping our food, whatever it is you did, those of you who are local here and who knew about Joseph's illness and have been helping us, Margaret and me. Thank you so much from the bottom of my heart. It's Friday, July the 5th, so I thought I'd talk a little bit about what the July 4th holiday, Independence Day, means to me. My story is a little different. As you know, I'm not a Native American, native to this country, that is. I grew up in Germany and I came to this country when I was 21. I was a volunteer and I was sent to work with a little Lutheran church in Camden, New Jersey for 18 months through an organization that works a little bit like the Peace Corps. And you know, it's really interesting. When I first came back in the mid-70s, I was very organized about this. I had planned to be here those 18 months, and then I was going to go home and pick up my life where I had left off. My job was waiting, my car was sitting in a garage, I had prepaid the rent for 18 months. I mean, it was all set up for me to come back. And then what happened is I fell in love with America, I fell in love with Camden, I fell in love with the people there, I fell in love with the kind of work I was doing in the church. I fell in love with the Lutherans, which I hadn't met before. I was Roman Catholic. I did not, well, actually I was unchurched when I got here. But I had not known about Lutherans and Lutheranism and just fell in love with that. And so I ended up living here, and I've been in this country now for almost 45 years, 2/3 of my life. I love this country with the kind of passion and intensity of someone who isn't from here, right? Someone who chooses to be here. And I've always been grateful for the opportunities that have been given to me as an immigrant to be here, to become a citizen, to be part of this great country that I so love and so admire. I don't know that Americans always appreciate really what the American story has meant to the rest of the world. You know, it's easy to kind of become parochial and look at your own country and not realize what a difference that's made in the rest of the world. I mean, the American Revolution really marks a decided turn in human history, right? The first time that a Western democracy model really takes root, and then that influences so many other countries, starting with the French Revolution just a decade later. Even in my own example, I mean, I got to grow up in a free and democratic Germany, largely because of what Americans had done in liberating us from National Socialism and in making the world a better place through their model of liberty and democracy. Now, I'm not naive, of course. I mean, in 1776, when the founders decided that, you know, all men are created equal and endowed with certain inalienable rights by their creator, they literally meant men. Women weren't included, and they meant white men. And so the American experiment really kicked off. It wasn't completed at that time, and it still isn't completed because we're still struggling with issues of inequality and racism and prejudice and anti-immigrant sentiment and on it goes. But it is an experiment that has made a huge difference in the life of really the world, but in my particular life as well. So from this hospital chapel, even though it's the day after, I want to say happy 4th of July to all of you, my faithful prayer partners, and thank you for all of your prayers.